The Easter egg triumph. Leo, hurry, grab the paints. The blue one. Lyra's voice rang through the backyard like a bell on Easter morning. Her fingers, smudged with yellow and pink, clutched a half-colored egg. She looked up just in time to see her younger brother, Leo, skidding around the porch corner. I'm going. Leo panted, arms flailing as he nearly collided with Max, their overly curious beagle. Max gave a bark of protest and padded off, clearly unimpressed. Got it, Leo said triumphantly, holding the bottle aloft. Here's the galaxy juice. Lyra grinned. Perfect timing. Hand it here. Leo passed it over and then picked up one of his already decorated eggs. Look at this one, Lyra. It's got blue, black, and I even sprinkled glitter. Doesn't it look like space? Oh, Lyra said, genuinely impressed. It totally does. Like a little swirly galaxy. Leo held it up to the sunlight. The glitter sparkled. Let's call it the cosmic egg. Lyra clapped. Love it. The cosmic egg joins the crew. Around them, the backyard looked like a tornado had collided with a craft store. Cups of dye were scattered across the patio table. Paint brushes, paper towels, stencils, and stickers created a messy, but colorful, landscape. Max had a pink streak on his tail from a close encounter with a dye cup, and a forgotten basket of jelly beans was slowly melting in the sun. It was the Saturday before Easter, and the siblings were in full creative mode. Greenfield Elementary had announced an Easter festival and a craft competition just last week. The moment they'd heard, Lyra and Leo had high-fived with the force of true mission partners. They had one goal: win. Well, okay, two goals: win and have fun. I still think your idea to give each egg a name is brilliant, Leo said, carefully balancing his newly painted egg on a napkin. Lyra wiped her hands on her apron. Yeah, and not just names, little messages, too. Like this one. She picked up a soft green egg with delicate white lines. I call it Spring Whisper. The card says, new beginnings grow quietly, like the leaves on a tree. Leo tilted his head. That's deep. You should be a poet. Lyra beamed. Maybe. But right now, I'm an egg artist. They laughed and got back to work. Time flew like a bunny on a sugar rush. An hour later, Leo looked up from his sixth egg. Hey, Lyra. She was dipping a brush in metallic gold. What do you think Easter really means? She paused and set her brush down. Well, I think it's about new life, right? Like when the trees get their leaves back and baby animals are born. Leo nodded. Yeah, like springtime coming back after winter. And we get to start over. Exactly. But it's also about joy, she added, and hope. Like what Miss Penny said in Sunday school, that Easter is when we remember everything can be made new. That's why we have eggs. Leo said, eyes wide. Eggs mean life. And color. And happiness. Lyra smiled. That's why we're going to make the most joyful, hope-filled egg display this school has ever seen. Max barked, wagging his tail in full support. Okay, Leo said, springing to his feet. New plan. Each egg gets a name and a message about what it means. I'm on it. Lyra grabbed a pack of small cards and markers. You start naming, and I'll start writing. So began the naming spree. Leo picked up a golden egg. This one is Sunshine Wish. It's for hope. Lyra scribbled it down. Done. Next, Lyra pointed to her pink speckled one. That's Blossom Bloom. It's about kindness. Leo gasped. Oh, let's do one called Rainbow Cheer for Joy. Love it, she said, writing quickly. For the next hour, they named each egg as if giving it a personality. Gentle Morning, Bunny Bounce, Sky Smile, Fresh Start, and of course, the ever-glorious Cosmic Egg. That evening, they carried their woven basket into the kitchen where Mom was chopping carrots and Dad was adjusting a hanging plant. We're done, Lyra announced. 20 eggs. Each one named. Each one with a message. Mom wiped her hands. Oh my goodness, look at these. They're beautiful. Very creative, Dad added, inspecting Sunbeam Parade. And I love the messages. Wait till you see our poster tomorrow, Leo said, puffing his chest. It tells the story of the Garden of Easter Joy. Mom blinked. That's the name of your project? Yep, Lyra said proudly. Because all the eggs together make a colorful garden of Easter feelings. You kids amaze me, Mom said, giving them each a squeeze. Max wagged his tail beneath the table. He clearly approved. The next morning was a blur of excitement. Poster? Lyra asked. Got it. Leo held it up, decorated with hand-drawn tulips and glittery letters. "Egg basket?" he asked. "Right here," Lyra said, carefully holding the woven masterpiece. Dad drove them to school while Max whined sadly from the window. "You'll see it later, Max," Leo called. At Greenfield Elementary, the gym had been transformed into a festival wonderland. Tables lined the walls, each one covered in decorations. There were cotton ball bunnies, candy towers, dioramas of spring scenes, and even a group of third graders dressed as a bouquet of walking flowers. Lyra and Leo found their table in the corner near the windows. They set down the basket gently, fluffed the Easter grass around it, and stood back. "Okay," Leo whispered. "This is actually awesome." "It's better than I imagined," Lyra said. "We did good." "No, we did excellent." Lyra rolled her eyes and laughed. "You've been waiting to say that." Leo grinned. "Maybe." As students and parents began to trickle in, the room filled with cheerful chaos. Kids pointed at displays. Judges, 3 teachers, and the principal moved from table to table with clipboards. "Remember," Lyra whispered, "stand straight, smile, and explain with heart." Leo saluted. "Got it, Captain Kraft." When the judges approached, Lyra took a deep breath. "Hi," she began, her voice confident. "Welcome to our display, the Garden of Easter Joy. We made 20 hand-painted eggs, and each one represents a part of Easter's meaning." Leo picked up Cosmic Egg like it was a trophy. "This one shows how the universe is full of life and new beginnings." One judge leaned closer. "Tell me more about the cards." Lyra passed one over. Each card has the name of the egg and a message. Like this one, Spring Whisper, says, "New beginnings grow quietly, like the leaves on a tree." Another judge smiled. "That's lovely." Leo added, "We wanted people to feel Easter, like how happy and hopeful everything becomes." "Beautiful work, both of you," the principal said, jotting something down. As they walked away, Leo exhaled dramatically. "Phew." Lyra gave him a fist bump. "Nailed it." The rest of the day was a blur. The kids played games, watched a puppet show, and ate cupcakes shaped like chicks. But everyone was buzzing about the results. By afternoon, the gym was packed again. Kids whispered and fidgeted as the principal stepped onto the little stage with a gold envelope. "This year's Easter festival has been one of the most creative we've ever seen," she began. "We had storybooks, artwork, dioramas, and delicious treats." A pause. But one entry stood out for its thoughtfulness, teamwork, and beautiful message. "The prize for Best Craft Presentation goes to..." Lyra squeezed Leo's hand. "Lyra and Leo for the Garden of Easter Joy." The crowd erupted. Leo leapt into the air, pumping his fist. "Yes." Lyra laughed and hugged him tightly. "We did it. We actually did it." They walked up to accept a gold ribbon certificate and a basket filled with art supplies and chocolate eggs. Leo held up Cosmic Egg like a champion lifting a trophy. Max, from the back of the room, brought by Dad just in time, barked wildly, tail wagging like crazy. That night, the basket sat proudly on the dining table. The family had a small celebration with hot cocoa and leftover cupcakes. "You two were incredible," Mom said. "Your project made me tear up." Dad nodded. "And your teamwork?" "That was the best part." Leo fed Max a jelly bean. "We make a good team." Lyra raised her mug. "To the Garden of Easter Joy." They all clinked their cups. After dinner, Lyra and Leo sat in the backyard under the twinkling string lights Dad had hung for ambience. "You know what?" Lyra said. "Next festival, we should build something even bigger." Leo leaned back on his elbows. "Like a craft castle?" "With towers of paper flowers," she said. "And a dragon made of glitter." They giggled under the stars. In the background, the colorful egg display still glowed gently under the patio lights. A symbol of their triumph, their teamwork, and the magic of Easter.